Rejection is part of our many blessings. We learn through the most when we don't get what we want. If we were succeeding all the time in everything that we were doing from day one, we would not have the same level of appreciation that we do have when we do really well in something, when we excel, whether it's in a business idea, at a job, or with our relationships all around us. Rejection is a much needed part of life so that we learn how to appreciate the things that do end up coming to us when the time is right and when it really is made for us. It's very easy to get stuck in the idea that, oh, I keep getting rejected, nobody wants to be with me, nobody wants to give me this opportunity, nobody wants to work with me. But a lot of the times when that happens, it's usually because for that rejection to happen, that is usually the universe blocking that from happening, because if it did, it would have blocked your chances at actually getting the true blessing that you needed in your life. And so you can't dwell on things that were never yours in the first place. Those things that you wanted but didn't come, they just did not belong to you. It might have belonged to somebody else, and you can't compare your life to other people and their experiences. Failing does not make you a loser. In fact, when you get up and you try again, or you try something different until you find whatever really is meant for you, that makes you the most impressive person, very resilient, very strong, and very driven. And that is the opposite of a failure. For you to be a failure, you would have to let one rejection get to you and then just never pick yourself back up. Just constantly continue try to go after that one thing that's running away from you, falling, and then never taking the hint, never trying to put your energy into anything else. That would be the definition of a failure. But if you're doing the opposite and you're trying other things, you're taking rejection with a grain of salt, you're not a failure. And you should take that out of your head. It's completely normal to get rejected and feel bad and to, think about it a little bit. But when you dwell on it, that is the greatest disservice you're ever going to do for yourself. You should be able to pick yourself back up and realize that there are other opportunities that are there for you. There are way too many opportunities, and it's crazy how much we love to get stuck on one thing. Do yourself a favor, see all of these rejections, things not going your way, as a blessing. Because how do you know who told you that things were supposed to go that way that you see it, that vision that you have? Who told you that that's what it was supposed to be? You can have a dream 100%, but your fixation is not what's going to help you continue going forward and continue growing in your life. You have to know how to take rejection because it's part of our everyday life. It could be the smallest things or the biggest things, but do realize that after you get exactly what it is that life was supposed to give you, you will think all of those previous times where you were rejected and when you were crying, when you were feeling sad, you'll realize, damn, thank God that happened. Because had I not been rejected, my life would have been on a completely different course that does not compare to the greatness that I now have experienced. And you never realize that until you have exactly what it is that life was supposed to give you. Keep that in mind. See the rejection as a more positive thing. Let's stop seeing it as the most horrible negative thing. Because I know it does hurt, it sucks, and you have every right to be sad, but don't let that mark the end of your world, because it's not.